Jeez, you really aren't the brightest person ever, are you, Jess? I'm going to have you out of my house today, whether you like it or not.
It's been you who hasn't bothered to listen to me at all or care about the house in general. So why exactly do I have to be the one to leave? If you're tired of me, then how about you get out of the house? We've been married for only a mere 2 years, yet I'm already fed up with you.
Huh? You might think that this marriage has gone on for 2 years, but that isn't what I think at all. Every time I've come home to the house, you never say anything to me. Not even a simple welcome home or hello. We haven't even been able to hold a conversation for months now. So what makes you think this has been marriage? I suppose that's what a deeply toxic woman like yourself would think of all this. But you're mistaken.
You really have a lot to say about us for a man who never even cared. Honestly, for this being my first ever marriage, I never thought it would turn out to be one huge scam. Can you at least be a bit more kind to me for giving you my hand? At this point, the only time you and I ever talk to one another is over text. Or is it just too hard for you to speak to me face to face now?
Who would want to listen to your voice anymore? The fact that you have been bothering me so much because you want to talk is disgusting.
If you think this has been me bothering you, then wait until you actually see me try.
Oh, stop lying! I know this whole time you've been afraid of the fact that I'm not listening to you, and that sent you into a frenzy. Well, thank goodness I'm not an animal like you. I'm willing to satisfy your craving for talks this one time, so you better be thankful. Normally, an awful woman like you would have been blocked by me ages ago.
If you want to block me, then go ahead and do it. That wouldn't bother me one bit.
Huh? Right now, you are really ruining the joy I'm trying to have here.
Nice that you'd say that, considering you've been ruining my life for the past year now, Bart.
Shut the hell up! You're the one at the bottom here, so don't you freaking dare talk to me like that! I can live my life just fine without you and your attitude. Now hurry up and get out of the house. If you keep on fighting back like that, then I'm going to have to up the ante with you.
You would? And what exactly do you think you can do to me that would get me to leave? Hey, what the hell do you think you're doing? I am tired of these games that you're always trying to play with me.
I'm not playing any games with you this time. You're the one who came back here and started to raise your voice to me like that. That right there shows me you're a really rotten woman.
Huh? You just thought I'd let you get away with locking all the doors to the house like that without getting upset? And not only did you lock all the doors, but you changed the passkey on them as well while I've been at work. Who the hell do you think you are?
Shut your mouth! This isn't the place for you to be coming back to. You said you wanted to see what I could do to get rid of you. And so, I did just that by showing you what I'm capable of doing. You should be thankful for my participation.
What you're capable of?
That's right. And you better appreciate me for that. You should be putting a little more thought into this. You've been the one ignoring my daughter and me for these past 2 years, yet you still think you can come and live in my house? I had to change all the passkeys to the house in order to show you that you are not welcome back here.
Prepare yourself, asshole.
How scary! The only asshole here is you rotten whore! By the way, it cost me some money to have those passkeys changed through the security software, so you're going to have to pay me back for that.
Anna, please, while your dad is not home, would you please unlock the door for me? If you don't, I'll have no way of getting inside the house. Huh? Who are you thinking would want to do that for you? This place is not yours to stay in, you old hag. What was that, Anna? Don't you dare call me that again, or else I'll be putting soap in that mouth of yours. I can understand your dad telling you all sorts of things about me ignoring the two of you, but you can't just accept every word he says. What have I ever done to you? Shut up! You've been irritating me for so long now. Don't act like you're my mother when all you are to me is a complete stranger. Get the hell out of here. Just having you out in our yard is causing both Dad and I to lose years off our life. Good point. I guess you and I aren't related by blood or anything. But that's the exact reason why I've been trying my best not to give you a life that you'd learn to hate. What did I do to you, Anna, that set you off like this? Please, tell me what I've done wrong. I want to speak with you about all of this in person if that's okay. Shut the hell up! If you want a reason for why all of this is happening, how about you look inside that empty head of yours? You should know better than anyone else just how much of a toxic woman you really are. Don't ever talk to me again. I don't even want to see another text from you.
Hey, you rotten whore! You broke into the house through the window? Now you've gone and done it by trespassing into my house?
You can't call it trespassing when I'm coming into my own house, idiot. Nobody in my house was willing to let me inside, so I had to make my own way in so that I could grab all of my things. And if you're wondering why I call it my house, that's because you gave it to me, forcing me to take care of it all. So I don't want to hear you complaining about a window that I was paying for. Maybe, had you gone and opened the door like I'd asked, I could have come inside and grabbed my things without having to break something.
You freaking bitch! How can you go from complaining about one thing to having 10 reasons for that complaint? I already told you! I was doing everything I could to make sure you'd stay out. You were the one who pushed me this far, so you only have yourself to blame. Ha!
Is that right? Then let me ask you this. Now that you've taken things this far, you're totally okay with the two of us getting a divorce now, right?
You already know the answer to that. Thank God you're finally mentioning divorce yourself, though. The only one who's going to suffer after this divorce is you. I'll make sure to get every penny out of you that I can get, so be ready for that. Are you freaking kidding me? Why do I have to be the one to pay a settlement to you in this divorce?
You're asking me why? Well, not only have you been ignoring me for the past 2 years now, but you went ahead and locked me out of my own house, attempting to kick me out. Having all the stress of not being able to get into my own house on top of the stress of you having gone and cheated on me, those two things allowed me to talk with my lawyer into getting a very large settlement out of you. Now, you repent for all your actions towards you, you jerk.
Huh? You're the one who cheated on me first, Jess! Who the hell do you think you are for trying to avoid any punishment?
What? Did you just say that I cheated on you first?
That's right. I know that you went out and had relations with another man while married to me. That's why I have a right to a settlement from you. I have more of a right to that than you do.
Why would you even think something like that happened, Bart?
Don't even try playing dumb after all the things I found out about you. I saw you with my own eyes going into a hotel with another man. When I had first seen that happen, my heart was shattered. I had to watch as my wife went into a hotel with a man she couldn't take her eyes off of. And I saw that happen the day before we had our wedding. What the hell do you think that did to my heart and mind? You have no freaking idea! I finally thought that I was going to have a better life again, getting married to a new woman, only to have her stab me in the back right before our big day! Do you have any idea what kind of damage you've caused to me because of your selfish actions? I made sure you wouldn't be able to lie your way out of this and took some pictures. It's because you went and stabbed me in the back that day that I went and started to cheat on you! This is all your fault, woman! I have done nothing wrong!
Listen here, bud. That man you saw me walking with was my older brother.
What?
He came all the way out for our wedding that day, and so I was showing him to the hotel I had gotten for him. My brother has traveled around a lot for work, and so him coming to stay at another hotel was nothing new to him. But I wanted to make things more comfortable for him, so I went and got him the best room in that hotel that I could find.
Wait a minute. What, you're talking about my brother-in-law? I'm not going to listen to some crappy lie like that now!
Go ahead and call what I'm saying a lie. But if you take that picture you took of us and compare it to another picture of my brother that was taken recently, you'll be able to see they're the exact same guy.
You weren't lying. That really is your brother you were with.
That's what I'd been saying to you. I even told you about it on the day before our wedding. I said to you that my older brother was coming to town for the wedding and that I'd be out for a bit to go and show him to the hotel. I came right back home after that, didn't I? I was only out of the house for around an hour. You really think I could have done something with another man in that short amount of time? I kind of felt that you weren't listening to me back then, but Bart, how did you come to the conclusion that I was going out to cheat on you with another man for that short of time right before our wedding? Well, luckily for me, I was able to catch you walking in and out of a hotel with another girl, and I have the picture to prove that.
What? How were you able to take all of those pictures of the two of us? Did you hide out in a bush somewhere all day long waiting for us?
Well, of course. I had to do all of that so I'd have perfect concrete evidence that would allow me to get a divorce from you. And it wasn't that difficult at all then to get the evidence I needed. All I had to do was make it so simple. I'd never question you when you'd come home late from work some days. And on those days off that you'd have, I never complained about you saying you were going out, but never telling me where to. All of that led you into believing that I wasn't aware of what you were doing, and it really helped me out in the end.
Are you kidding me? What you've done is against my privacy!
Oh, shut the hell up already. You've been going out with that woman and ignoring me for 2 years now, so you have no right to speak about privacy anymore. The reason things have lasted this long with you coming home all the time and completely ignoring me is because I needed that evidence and I needed time to talk with my lawyer. And now that you've gone and kicked me out of my own house, I was able to get my lawyer to fully believe that we'd win any case we started in court against you. Hence the reason I'm able to get so much money from you in this settlement.
It's your fault for thinking that whole time I'd been cheating on you and perhaps not been doing something else! You think you can keep making yourself out to be better than me?
I have every right to make myself out to be better than you, because I am after having to deal with such a monster living with me. And I'd stop saying things like that in general now, because you never had any right to talk to me like you owned my place. I'm sure you are pissed off that I went and fooled you into thinking I never suspected you to be cheating, but you really had been cheating on me, and for 2 whole years. You knew someday this would all come to bite you in the ass, I'm sure of that. So you'd better be ready for what all comes now. You and I both know that from here on out, you're going to be getting a really good taste of hell. So I hope you're looking forward to that.
I am tired of all your BS! You really think I'm going to just let myself lose to you? You are the only one to blame for all of this, and I know I've done nothing wrong here!
Anna, this is the last thing I'm going to be saying to you as though I'm your mother. Your dad and I are getting a divorce. But I still really care about you a lot, and I want you to be aware of that. That's why I have to tell you. Things with your dad are going to become very tough soon, so if you ever need anything, please don't be afraid to ask. I'm sure right now you don't really want anything to do with me, but things aren't going to be easy for you, and I think at some point you will need me. Huh? What's all this bullcrap you're going on about now? The fact that you still keep acting like my mom is gross. Anna, listen here. Both my dad and I will be just fine without some cheating old hag laying around reminding us that there are still degenerates in our world. Actually, by not having you around anymore, there will be a massive weight lifted off our shoulders. Now, don't you ever talk to me again, and I mean it this time. The next time you say anything or come around me, I'm calling the police and telling them you're trying to hurt me. I see. All right, then. You really don't want my help with anything after all, then? Of course I don't. I'd rather be placed into a foster home than having to get help from some cheating old whore like you. Well, if you have a plan for when that happens, then I won't bother stopping you. I'm sure the time will be coming for you to be placed in a foster home. What? Once your dad and I are divorced, you might not even be able to continue going to school. Huh? Wait, hold on a second. What do you mean I won't be able to keep going to school? I've already been accepted into a private high school where I'll be able to pass all my classes and go to Harvard. Yeah, I'm aware of that. But to continue going to that private school, you'll have to pay your tuition. And with your dad's income, I'm not sure that's going to be possible. I really hate the fact that I have to have this kind of conversation with a kid, but I'm not going to hold back the truth from you anymore. So here's a really big fact for you. What kind of big fact? All you lying whores have to say to people are lies. Who is going to believe what you have to tell me? You are more than welcome to believe what I say to you or not. But Anna, when it comes to who the breadwinner of the family was, it was me. What? With what little money your dad is bringing in, being able to support the both of you is going to be cutting things very close. You might be able to have a place to sleep and food to eat, but there will be no money left to do things you enjoy. Can you really call that a life at that point? Why? Before my dad even got married to you, we were doing just fine with the money he's making. He was only able to do that by using up every cent he had in his savings account. The reason these past 2 years have been easy for you both to relax and enjoy life is because of the money I've been bringing in. Yet your dad still went ahead and forced the house and all its bills onto me, and then began to completely ignore anything I had to say to him. All because he had another woman he wanted to be with, which meant he was always out cheating on me. Dad's been cheating on you? Stop lying to me. My dad would never do something as awful as that. He has no reason to. This is a very tough pill to swallow, I'm sure, but it's the truth, and I have pictures that prove it. Allow me to show you a few of them. No way. These are all lies. How could my dad ever cheat on someone? I was told the whole time that it's been you who's cheated on him. He even showed me the pictures of you cheating as proof. And the man who was with me in those photos was my older brother. You really think I wanted to talk with you about any of this, though? I knew there was something wrong with your dad before we got married and had our wedding, but by that point I was more attached to you. That's why, as your dad moved further and further away from me, I didn't leave you both and instead chose to stay and care for you. But the moment after having that wedding, your dad never gave me the chance to speak to him, and any moment I could, he didn't listen. And the same thing goes for you, Anna. I was just... The reason I never listened to you or anything is because I wanted to protect my dad from you, because I thought you were cheating on him. What? My previous mom cheated on my dad, and that's what ruined his confidence and everything. That's why I thought this time, with you coming into our lives, I had to step in and make sure you didn't hurt him like my last mom. What's wrong with me ignoring someone like you when I'm trying to keep my dad from getting hurt? Stop trying to act like my mom. I know that without you, my dad will still be able to support and protect me, like I'll continue doing for him. My dad is my dad, so I know that no matter what happens, he will always be by my side. Anna, I'm really sorry to break this to you, but that's not going to happen. What? With what little your dad is making, he will not be able to keep you in that private school. And he will not be able to afford you going to college. You won't even have a chance to finish your first year of high school, and then you'll be forced to go to a public school where you most likely won't want to carry on. You are bound to become a high school dropout now. No freaking way! And even if I do become one, that's fine. I can just go work and make money to help my dad. That's true, there will be places for you to find work, but Anna, that's if you have the ability to even work at that point. What does that mean? You've already seen it, right? Your dad has no skills in taking care of the house and cooking. He can't clean, he can't do the laundry, he can't take out the trash. The list of things he can't do at home goes on. And all those things would fall on your shoulders. And if you don't start to take care of the house, then the place will turn into a pigsty. Will you really be able to do all of that and go to work? You'll have to mop the floors, vacuum the carpets, cook breakfast and dinner. I don't think you have what it takes yet to do all of those things, especially when you're thinking that you can go to work as well. My My dad would never make me do all those things. No, he most definitely will make you do all of that. I speak from experience here. He made me do all of that while working full-time and never even gave me a chance to express my feelings about it. And that's been going on for 2 years. If anything, considering you're his daughter and his blood, he'll force you even harder to take care of everything, saying that you owe it to him for raising you. Something like that is never going to happen with him. Anna, you are far too young to support yourself on your own yet, and much too naive. I know that you think you'll be able to handle your dad and yourself, but this is it from me. After this, you will never ever be able to run to me for help again. I tried to let you know you could rely on me if you needed help, but you've gone and told me no and said you never wanted to see me again. That's why now there's nothing left you can do. I'm really not sure what all your dad's told you about himself and I, but you do not understand that a lot of those things either aren't true or are his own delusions. But you've already gone and acted and told me how you really feel. Which means there is no other path for you now but to go and take responsibility for your actions. No way! Listen to me! Back then I had no idea about what was going on. What the hell should I have done back then? What mistakes have I made now that are leading to this? No. I've never done chores before in my life, and I have no idea what I'm supposed to do. Hey, do something about this, Mom! That is the first time I have ever heard you call me Mom. Well, it's too late now.
Cut all that BS you keep trying to feed me right now, and take back that settlement you've asked for, Jess! Just sell the house and get whatever you can for that as the settlement. I'm sure you want to see me rot in hell or something, but that's never going to happen, you loser!
If you can pay me back, though, then you'd better make it quick. Trying to act all tough by saying for me to revoke that settlement will only lead to my lawyer coming back to your place and asking for more.
Shut the hell up already! I'm only doing this because there have been rumors going around about how you'll take my money and run with it if I pay you! Jeez, what kind of a freak are you, Jess? I did everything I could to treat you well, and this is how I'm repaid?
I'm not sure how you think you've been treating me so well, considering you were treating another woman besides your wife even better. Seems to me that you've completely lost your mind now, Bart. Well, there's no house to be sold anymore, right?
Huh? What are you talking about? Have you been letting that thick head of yours bounce off all the walls you pass by? Because now, you've completely started to not make any sense.
The only one not making sense here is you. I just finished off paying the rest of the loan on that house.
What?
The only way one can sell a house is if they've gone and finished paying off their loan on it. Well, luckily, most of that loan was paid off, so I didn't have to give away that much more to make the property completely mine. Pretty soon here, I'm going to be taking legal action. So you'd better hurry it up and get out of there.
What the hell do you think you're doing, asshole? Did you just take my house away from me and do whatever you wanted with it?
I would really like this dumbass to take a look at the real picture and understand that nothing he is saying makes sense. That house has always been under my name, and the loan on said house was taken out by and paid off by me.
Stop lying! I was giving you some of my income in order to pay off that loan, right?
The money you were making you kept to yourself for your own pleasures. Things like the house's loan, the insurance on the house, the gas, the water, the electricity were all paid for by me. It's not like the money you're making would have impacted the house much anyway. Considering it's always been you asking me to do everything like signing all the contracts and such. So I really have no idea how you are still able to call that house yours.
There has to be some kind of a misunderstanding here. You cannot take this house away from me. No freaking way you can! If I can't have this house to sell myself and pay off your settlement with it, then how am I supposed to pay you?
I'm not sure, Bart. You'll just have to figure that one out yourself.
Why do I have to be pressured into doing all of this crap for you? Stop trying to get any money out of me already. What kind of things do you even have against me anyway?
Everything, Bart. I hold everything against you because you've caused all of this to happen. And now the only thing I want from you is to go and rot in hell. I told you this was going to happen, right? You went and stole my house from me, even going as far as to change the pass keys and everything. So I'm going to do the same thing to you and much, much more. I want you to become homeless and live the rest of your life living in suffering.
Damn it! How could things turn out this way? You are a real bitch for both stealing my house and my money from me!
Being called a bitch by a real pile of crap like yourself doesn't faze me one bit. Also, do you think it's only going to be my house and your money that you'll lose from all of this?
What?
You'll have to pay that settlement off with whatever you have, any way possible. And in order to make sure you do just that, I've sent your secret woman, your workplace, and your family details on what's all gone down here and the money you owe me.
Huh? What? Sending all of them the details about this is not good for me!
I know that. And that's exactly what I'm wanting out of all this. For it all not to be good for you. This might even lead to you being punished by your company, or even worse, losing your job there. You're going to end up losing all of your friends and family now, but luckily you'll still have Anna around, so you'll make something work.
I'm losing my house, my money, my job. How the hell am I supposed to carry on with my life after this? Hey, Jess! Don't you freaking ignore me! Listen to me right now, you rotten whore! I'm still talking!
Are you getting this message at all? I'm shocked, Anna. I never thought the day would come where I'd ever hear anything from you again. Perhaps someone else has your number now, and this isn't even you I'm talking to? What? Wait, you actually got my message? Are you trying to tell me you sent that message with the hopes that I wouldn't be getting it? No, it's just, I was thinking after the divorce you had gone and blocked me and such, so I didn't think I'd get a reply. But the fact that I did from you, I'm surprised. So you've come to learn just how disheartening it is to be ignored by someone else, right? Well, luckily I'm not going to ignore you any further, considering I'm not the monster that you and your dad are. So, what exactly do you want from me now? I'm so sorry. What? Ever since then, a lot of things have been happening. I've come to realize that I'd done and said a lot of really stupid and hurtful things to you. I took everything that Dad was saying about you and everything else literally and acted out based on them, causing you to go through so much. I'm sorry for all of that. I'm sure you're not going to forgive me or anything, but I just wanted to take a moment to apologize to you for what happened. I don't need any sort of self-centered apology like that from you. I'm sure you don't. Sorry for that. You seem pretty tame now, Anna. What ended up happening to the annoying and bratty girl I had to deal with before? Are you still with your dad right now? About Dad. He and I haven't been seeing one another recently. Dad went and borrowed money from some really crazy men, and after doing that, he left me. Right now I'm staying at Grandma's place. I see. So you actually found a way to not end up in a foster home. This place is better than any foster home, but I don't really get any freedom here. And in order not to piss Grandma off any more than she already is, I make sure to stay in my room most of the day. I wasn't able to pay for that private school either, so I had to drop out and I'm currently working. But I'm told that because I'm not very old and haven't even graduated from high school, I'll be paid minimum wage for a while. Making money without an education or experience is not an easy task. That's what I've come to learn. At first, I was thinking that by working, I'd be able to save up whatever I needed for school and college. But every day, I have to give part of my paycheck to Grandma so that she'll allow me to keep living with her in this house. And the remainder of my check isn't very much. I can't even go out to play anymore with anyone. I can't save up for anything I want. I have to watch all my friends have fun in high school and go on fun trips together. It's so lonely now, so depressing even. I hate this so much. I'm sure all of that is hurting you deep down inside very much. But you have to remember that all of this is the result of the way you chose to act towards me and spoil your terrible dad. So don't expect anything from me now, especially after everything you said. I know that. With the way things have ended up with me now, there's really no point in me living anymore, right? However, If you are really serious now about life and want to make that change to put yourself back on track, I can introduce you to a place that you can work and make some decent money.
Really?
I have someone that's looking to take people on right now in their company. If I were to put in a good word for you, I think they'd be willing to hire you on full-time.
Why? Why are you willing to do something like that for me now?
My whole plan was to set you straight, or at least help do so, once you had come around to learning your lesson, and realizing that hell is not a fun place to be. And children aren't lucky enough to pick who becomes their parents. But at one point, you did choose to make me your mother. I still think about that to this day. I'm sure you might think of me as a very cold person for whatever your dad has led you to believe, but in reality, I have a soft spot for kids, and that means you as well. So, me getting you this job is about the best thing I can do for you right now. It's not going to be an easy one from what my friend has told me, but it should be able to give you enough money over time to go to school, and hopefully even more out of your grandma's place. Just don't expect to be catered to there, as this line of work is in lumbering, and most of the men working out there do not like slackers. But once you have that job, it's up to you to make your own life, and that all depends on if you're serious about putting in the hours and work. So I'd recommend that you work your butt off and show me the kind of person you'd like to become. That's all I can say to you now, since I'm nothing more than a complete stranger.
Mom, thank you so much. I'll do my best with this.
I know that this is just over text and nothing really that meaningful, but the fact that I was able to talk with you again has made me very happy.
I wish I would have learned from my mistakes a whole lot sooner. This is kind of the first time that I've ever really talked with you seriously. At least that's how it feels.
I'm sure it is, at least since I became your legal mother a few years ago.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry that I never treated you like my mom. I'm sorry. I never bothered to care about you back then. All I did was ignore you and say such terrible things about you. I'm sorry. I'm sure you don't care for these apologies, but I have to say them to you. I have really learned my lessons. I have. And I'll do my best to make you see that.
I can already tell that you've learned your lesson here. And I can tell that those last few apologies were sincere and not some self-centered babble. Thank you very much for giving us this chance to talk to one another. Bart went and started to have some serious financial problems after the divorce, and after vanishing with whatever money he could borrow, he was arrested. It turns out he was doing some pretty serious crimes in order to make up that borrowed money to the loan sharks, and in doing so found his way into a sting arranged by the police force. He had been charged in the end with 3 cases of automobile theft, 2 cases of home invasion, 2 cases of assault, and 1 case of attempted murder. Who's to say what that man was really doing in order to try and get whatever money he could, but thank goodness he's going to be off the streets for some time now, considering the real menace he turned out to be. I'm sure time in prison is going to either teach him the wrongs of his ways, or he'll end up finishing his life in there and burning in hell like I'd always wanted. And if he does ever get out of there, I'm sure those loan sharks will be waiting for him, as they have most definitely not forgotten about all the money that he owes them. One way or another, this has really been the end of Bart's life on this earth. When things come to Anna, she's been working very hard at her new job and has even saved enough to start going to a trade school. She is still living with her grandma right now, but due to the amount of growth Anna's gone through, her grandma gives her a bit more freedom and no longer asks that she pay rent. Although she will start asking for rent if Anna begins to slack off even a little bit, whether that be in the workplace or at school. But the number one thing out of all this that has left me feeling completely different from what I'd imagined is that her and I have still been talking to one another, even though it's just once per month at this time. Although I'm sure that in time, her and I will grow closer to one another again, and maybe once she's graduated from school and living on her own, I'll take her out somewhere to celebrate. Thanks to Bart for abandoning her, she was finally able to learn the outcomes of his and her mistakes. But she was also able to become like a daughter to me again. So, what we can all learn from this story is that the only thing that ever kept a family from properly forming after our marriage was Bart himself. I'm pleased to have Anna back in my life, contrary to what many may have expected. And this time, it's much more enjoyable to me having her pay attention to me and not ignoring me.
Hey, about meeting my parents tomorrow. I have a bad feeling that my dad might say something rude. He can be pretty insulting when he wants to. You don't have to take him seriously, so can you just ignore him if he does say anything stupid?
Huh? Are you being serious? All I'm doing is introducing myself as your fiancé. So why would he say something rude? That doesn't make any sense. Is there any reason why he would want to insult me? If anything, shouldn't you talk to your dad about that rather than warning me? I don't understand why I'm the one that has to ignore him if he does insult me.
Well, yeah, I spoke to him. I did try, but he's really stubborn, like ultra stubborn. So once he finds something that he doesn't like, he complains about it forever. I just want to avoid making the situation worse.
Once he finds something he doesn't like? What, he's already found something he doesn't like about me? Even though we've never met each other before? Did I do something he doesn't like?
It's not you, it's about your family.
What about my family? I don't think he's met anyone.
Okay, I never told him that your family is in farming. When I first told him about you, I made up some lies about your family, all working as office workers and stuff. I hid the fact that you're not from the city. Then we started living together and we got engaged, and over time it just got more difficult to tell him the truth.
Why would you lie about something like that? Were you ashamed about me not being an uptown girl? I really don't understand what you were thinking.
I wasn't ashamed. I just couldn't say it because I know that my dad doesn't like farmers and stuff. I knew that we couldn't get married with him not knowing the truth, so I spoke to him earlier. And he didn't react so well. He was pretty angry about the background you have.
Seriously? You're not making some over-the-top joke to scare me, are you? I'm already pretty nervous about meeting your parents, so this isn't helping. If you're not, then I don't understand what there is to like or not like about farmers. I'm proud of my family's history in the area and the organic produce we provide. If he has something to complain about farmers, then he obviously doesn't understand that the world goes around on food and that he should be grateful to farmers for the hard work they do, day in and day out. I don't understand why he would be angry with you either.
Yeah, well, he's probably going to be a pain in the ass tomorrow, so just prepare yourself. There's nothing else I can do to improve his impression of you. You'll just have to do your best to bite your lip and not piss him off any further. I want you guys to get along.
You're kidding, right? You're not going to do anything? I'll do my best to make a good impression, of course, but I'm going to need you to support me. We're gonna get married after all. There's going to be times where you'll have to pick a side or come between us if your dad's really that hard to get on with. Tom, you listening?
I can't believe a woman like you actually thought she could marry my son. I bet you were hoping to marry my son so that you could mooch off of him. But you've got another thing coming. He's going to take over my restaurant one day. I can't let a restaurant with so much history as mine be ruined by a country bumpkin. You don't deserve him, or the fortune he'll be inheriting. You're just a gold digger.
What? That's what you thought? You really think I'm after your son's inheritance? I can't believe you! I get a notification telling me I have messages from you, and I hoped that there would be an apology, but this is all I get? You're a grown adult. You should accept responsibility and apologize for what you've done. I never imagined that Tom's parents would lack so much common sense.
I'm amazed that a woman like you actually thought that she could have a chance to marry my son. He obviously hasn't got any taste in women either. You've got a lot of nerve entering my home. Do you understand? We don't welcome your sort. You don't belong with my son. I thought that your family all worked in the city, so I allowed him to date you. But marriage is out of the question.
Did I really do something that bad? I just came to visit because you invited me to your home. I only wanted to introduce myself before I married Tom. That's all. And yet, You lost it the moment I confirmed that my parents are farmers and poured hot soup all over my head. What the hell is wrong with you? I got scalds on my face and arms and you won't even apologize? Are you really serious? What did I do to deserve this treatment?
Burns sued a woman like you. You're poor, and you should look it, so that some other idiot won't get stupid ideas about marrying beneath him.
What? I don't get how that can even make sense to you.
I own a long-standing restaurant. I can't let my son marry someone that thinks she can take advantage of the fortune and reputation that will come with taking over the family business. You're just a farmer from a hick town. Go back to the ranch you came from.
Just a farmer from a hick town? That's rich. So what if you own a prestigious restaurant? Do you really think that owning a prestigious restaurant makes you better than other people and give you the right to pour soup on people when you feel like it? I've never heard of anyone as self-righteous as you.
It's not just soup. It's cream of brie. Can't you even tell the difference? You were lucky to even get a taste when it ran down your face. It's wasted on a woman like you.
I don't care what kind of soup it was. If you're not willing to apologize, then I guess I'll have to think of another way to make you regret your actions.
Make me regret what I did? Impossible. Why should I regret anything? You got what you deserved. You should be more aware of your position in society. You don't have any right to complain about what I do to you.
You had a lot of nerve chasing me out of your home. I thought that if you owned such a renowned business that you would be much more welcoming. I guess I was wrong. Are you really sure you're the owner?
How many times do I have to tell you? I own a restaurant that your kind of people don't dare to enter. Don't you even understand English? Is it difficult for you to comprehend what I'm saying, you hillbilly?
Then that doesn't make sense. If you really were the owner, I would have expected you to recognize my last name. But you didn't even react when I introduced myself. Are you ignoring it on purpose? Hoping that it's just a coincidence? Or are you really stupid enough to be making a really bad joke? You've taken it much too far if you think this is all funny.
What are you talking about? Why would I recognize your last name? I don't have any recollection of meeting anyone of your background. I don't even see the worth in remembering if I met someone like you. As far as I know, this is the first time I've met anyone with that last name.
Oh, really? That's a shame. I guess I have no choice if you don't recognize my name.
Oh? Are you finally going to agree to cancel the engagement? Have you realized that you're not worthy of my son?
I've had enough. I don't want to marry Tom and be stuck with a father-in-law that thinks it's okay to use violence to express his feelings. I never want to have anything to do with you, and don't even want to look at you. As far as I'm concerned, this engagement is over.
My thoughts exactly. I don't want a daughter-in-law that's going to be an embarrassment to my family. I'm well aware that you were planning to suck Tom dry of his fortune the second the business passed to him. He's lucky I took action and prevented that before he wasted any time with you. I'm sure you can find a much more suitable partner out there among the rednecks, lumbering around in the country. My son is too good for an unsophisticated woman like you. Find someone that's in your own league, or actually willing to marry beneath them. I know it'll be hard, but why should I care? As long as you don't get in the way of my reputation.
Wow, you really are a condescending asshole. I'm surprised your business actually made it this far, with you looking down on farmers the way you do. Your restaurant doesn't deserve the label of being prestigious at all. If you can't respect the work that farmers do, then you obviously have no respect for food. You even proved that by wasting a perfectly good bowl of soup.
You don't have the right to lecture me about respecting food. I know better than anyone what food means in this world. It means that I make a profit, and that's all that matters. I won't let one farmer girl ruin my business. I'm lucky I managed to get rid of you before the wedding, so I'll let you off this time. But don't even think about trying to stay in touch with my son. He obviously doesn't realize how close we were to making asses of ourselves. But he'll be over you in no time. And he'll find someone more worthy of being part of our family. I won't ever let anyone like you near him ever again. I gotta hope that this serves as a lesson to him too. To not bring anyone like you into our home. But I'm shocked that you even had the audacity to think that you could marry my son in the first place. You should be more aware of your place. Just thinking about how we were one step away from letting our son marry some random farmer girl makes me shudder. You had no right to invade our home like that. Pouring the cream of brie on you was the only way to get you to wake up and realize you don't belong here. You should leave and never come back.
Then I'd be happy to cancel the engagement.
That's my line.
Great! I'm glad we've come to an understanding about that at least. But don't come begging for me to get back with your son once your business starts falling apart. And you sure you don't want to apologize now while you still can? I'll give you one last chance.
What are you talking about? What can you possibly do? I've prevented my business from falling apart by avoiding the worst case scenario of you marrying my son and driving us into bankruptcy. I've protected my family from scum like you and your family. I don't have anything to apologize for.
Then I'll have to notify my parents about the engagement being canceled. My parents already knew that I was due to visit you today, so they were horrified when they saw me with burns on my face at the hospital. My dad's already spoken with the family lawyer and is preparing to take action.
What? You have a lawyer ready?
I don't want to have anything to do with you, and my parents feel the same way. They're not interested in dealing with such a dangerous man.
I'm surprised you even have access to a lawyer. I guess you must be the fancier sort of farmer. But there's no point threatening me with a lawsuit. You'll never be able to beat the team of lawyers I have on standby. You don't even have the financial means to match me. You're just going to waste your time and your money by trying to bring me to court. So I suggest you give up before you're utterly defeated.
That may be so. I don't know how much better your lawyer is, but maybe you should take another look at my last name before you do anything else. You should know better than anyone else that my parents are the ones that have been providing your restaurant with fresh vegetables for a very long time, and yet you didn't even realize.
What?
We've had a contract with your business, but as a result of your idiocy, my parents have decided to end that contract, effective immediately. I don't know how you plan to procure vegetables for your business from tomorrow onwards, but this is what you wanted, right? You said that you didn't want to have anything to do with our sort of people, right? I'm just a random farmer girl from a hick town, right?
What are you talking about? Your parents were supplying my restaurant with vegetables?
You're not being serious, are you? You didn't even know that? You're the owner. You should be aware of every detail, especially where you're getting your ingredients from. Just how irresponsible are you? The owner is supposed to have the biggest say in what kind of ingredients you use and where you get them from, and you don't know? Are you sure you're the owner? I can't believe a restaurant owner like you actually exists. You can't even express any gratitude towards the people that grow the vegetables you use in every single meal? How do you think you've made such a profit until now? If it weren't for the farmers that provide you with fresh, organic produce, you wouldn't even have a business.
Are you being serious? Does your family really own the farm that we have a contract with?
I really don't believe that you're the one that's running that restaurant. You've got someone else running the business from the shadows, don't you? I can't imagine that your restaurant would be so successful with someone like you at the top. Besides, a real owner would know who he has contracts with and would show them the courtesy and respect they deserve. This all happened because you're an ignorant ass that doesn't know the first thing about owning a restaurant. Or food, for that matter.
How do you know that? Did Tom tell you that? It's supposed to be a family secret.
I knew it. Tom hasn't said anything to me about how you run your business. I can tell just by the way you act and from the way you wasted that soup. If you really did have full control of the restaurant, You would be aware of the contracts your business has, and you would have recognized my name. You would have a lot more respect for farmers and for everyone involved in the process of delivering a meal to your customers. You're just the owner in name and have someone else running your business, don't you? I have nothing against that itself, but the fact that you make yourself out to be a superior existence because of your owner status annoys me to no end. You know nothing about food and have no respect for the people that grow the vegetables and raise the cows and chickens you eat. I bet you don't even know the difference between a farm and a ranch, since you told me to return to a ranch. I bet you don't even know that vegetables come from farms and not from the supermarket. That's why you were looking down on us.
Shut up! Why should I care what a stupid farmer thinks? It's true that my restaurant uses a lot of vegetables. So now I think about it, farmers have some good use after all. But even so, that doesn't make them any better than me. Farmers are just pawns. They're just tools that rich people like me make use of. You'd all be useless without me.
Oh, really? If that's the case, then I'm sure you won't be troubled if we decide to end our contract with your business. You can find some other pawn that's willing to deal with your crap. Your general manager, the real executive behind the business, is panicking quite a bit. Haven't you heard anything from him?
What? I have some messages from him, but is it really that big of a deal? Our restaurant is renowned nationwide. Why do we have to worry about one farm refusing to provide us with vegetables? We can find another place to make a contract with, no problem. So what if your family doesn't want to do business with us? There are hundreds of other farms that would be delighted to have the chance to work with such a reputable restaurant.
You really are stupid.
What did you say?
My family runs a famous farm that has a history that goes back to my great-grandfather's generation. We only deal in organic vegetables of the highest quality. Didn't you know that it was because of our vegetables that your restaurant became so famous? Without us, you're nothing.
Huh? Really?
You really didn't know? How ignorant are you when it comes to your own business? You have no right to call yourself owner of that restaurant if you don't know a single thing about it. You've just been wallowing in your pride and self-righteousness, believing that your restaurant's popularity made you a successful and competent businessman. But you don't even know that there was a TV program that picked up the ingredients used in your meals and highlighted the use of our organic vegetables. That's how your restaurant gained so much recognition. You don't even have an idea of what might happen to your restaurant if you lose this contract. All I can say is that it's a shame.
What are you talking about? I've had enough of you talking to me like that. Wait. My general manager really is panicking. What's going on? He says that if we end this contract, we'll end up having to close the business. What does this mean?
I've already warned you several times already. Are you even listening to me properly? But it's too late to start regretting your actions now. I asked you for an apology, and you refused.
Adriana, was it?
What? Now you're asking me for my name?
You can marry my son. I'll allow it.
Excuse me?
There have been a lot of misunderstandings. But now I understand that you're not just a farmer girl. I'd be delighted to accept your marriage to my son. Can we forgive and forget everything that's happened up until now?
Are you frickin' kidding me? Of course I'm not going to accept that.
What? Why?
What you've done, the way you've acted, is absolutely unacceptable. And it's not just you that's the problem. I don't want to marry your son. I've completely fallen out of love with Tom. It was enough that you went as far as pouring hot soup on me, but I've lost it with him. I can't respect you, and I can't see Tom as a reliable and caring partner anymore. Even though you did something so dangerous, he didn't even try and stop you. He just watched it happen. He didn't even make a move to help me when I was wiping myself off. He could have at least driven me to the hospital, but no. Once Daddy got angry, he just left me out to dry. There's no point in marrying a man like that if I know I can't trust him to be on my side. I'm canceling the engagement.
You're overreacting. I didn't do anything that bad. All I did was help you eat the cream of brie.
It was still hot, and I've got scalds and burns. Any adult with a little common sense would know that it's dangerous to do something like that, and yet you did it. You didn't even apologize. So you can't argue that you didn't mean to. And one more thing, my family is fortunate enough to have gained a lot of respect from other farmers, so we have a lot of influence.
What?
My parents are furious about what happened, and they've already spoken with everyone they know about your behavior and what you really think about farmers. With this, nobody will want to make a contract with your restaurant, and you'll be stuck making tasteless meals without any vegetables, and you'll eventually have to accept bankruptcy.
You're lying.
None of the local organic farmers will want to work with you, and you'll find it difficult to get in touch with any farmers out of state, too. Even if you did find someone, they'd be too far away for you to be able to consider the delivered vegetables organic. The only reason your restaurant was so popular and was able to make a profit was because it was making a name for itself by using only the freshest and organic produce. That's all ruined because you didn't want to treat your son's fiancé with a little respect. You've got no choice but to accept that your life as a superior business owner is over.
No, you're just bluffing. There's no way we can't find someone that will deliver vegetables to us. This can't be happening. My business was going so well until now. How can everything be ruined by us losing one contract? Please, you can't do this. My restaurant won't be able to function if we don't have any vegetables.
It's your own fault for looking down on farmers the way you did. If you're so high and mighty, why don't you do something about it yourself? Instead of relying on a lowly farmer girl. You must be able to do everything yourself since you're so much better than me.
I'm honestly, sincerely sorry. I should never have spoken to you like that. I should never have treated you like that. Please, help me. Otherwise, I'll have to shut down my business. I'll lose everything.
I already told you that you shouldn't come crying to me after your business starts falling apart. It is far too late. You should reflect on what you've done. But it's a shame that you'll only regret what you've done because of the effect it's going to have on your life and not because of the effect it's going to have on mine.
Please! I'll get down on my hands and knees. I'll do anything. So please, let me protect my business. I don't want to lose my restaurant. I'll let you marry Tom. So please, forgive me.
No matter how much you beg, there's no point. I already tried to get along with you before you poured the soup on me, but you wouldn't listen to anything I had to say. Begging me for forgiveness doesn't change the fact that I've got burns and that you've insulted my family. I've already reported this incident to the police, too.
What?
Our lawyers are ready to take your lawyers on in court, so you better prepare yourself. I'm not going to back down until I've gotten the justice I deserve for everything you've said and done. I'm sorry for being a farmer's girl from the sticks, but you'll regret underestimating farmers and wish you had never disrespected us. You told me to leave and never come back, but you're the one that doesn't belong in the restaurant business. See you in court, asshole. I'm going to send you to hell myself. As a result of his violent behavior, Henry was taken away by the police for questioning. There was nothing he could do to avoid his restaurant from closing and had lost all hope in reopening another restaurant because of the public criticism he received for his actions. Tom was desperate to get back together with Adriana, and Henry had tried appealing for them to have talks so that they could redo their relationship, but Adriana rejected all of their pleas and completely cut ties with Tom and his family. Adriana's parents used their influence to spread the word about Henry and made sure he could never find anyone to make a contract with him ever again. He went bankrupt, and the story of how a once-loved restaurant had plunged into disfavor was all over the news. Henry became infamous online, and the criticisms never ceased. He had no choice but to move away and start anew. Nobody knows where he's gone and what he's doing. Hey Marcus, where are you? Today's our 10th wedding anniversary dinner. Did you forget?
Dinner? Did we talk about this before?
Yes, we made a reservation last month and I kept on reminding you.
Well, I'm busy, so I can't make it.
Are you being serious right now? I'm waiting by myself.
We'll keep on waiting because I'm going to divorce you today.
What?
I already sent the divorce papers.
Seriously?
Ugh, yes, I can't deal with you anymore because a woman over 30 is a hag.
What an a- You're over 30 also, what the hell?
Men are fine, okay? You're not even attractive anymore, so I made a new girlfriend who's 21, so I'm planning on marrying her. She's 14 years younger than me. How lucky am I?
Who cares about that? You're insane to talk about cheating on the day of our 10th wedding anniversary.
So what? Anyways, now that we're divorced, have a nice life and leave the house, okay?
What was this whole 10 years? What was I to you?
Oh my god, stop whining. This is why I prefer younger women. Just give up already.
Ugh, this is too cruel. Can we talk about this at the house?
Why?
I want to talk before getting divorced.
We're divorced already!
Shut up and come home. We were married for 10 years, so I want to talk. 2 years later.
Hey, how is everything?
Who's this?
It's Marcus. Do you not remember me? What have you been up to these days? Oh, do you want to meet up at my house? I haven't moved yet, so you should know the house, right?
Are you joking? Who do you think you are?
Hey, your ex-husband is sending you a chat. Aren't you excited?
No. What do you want?
What's with the attitude? Oh, are you too happy that you don't know what to say?
Stop being so creepy. Do you not know what you did 2 years ago?
Yeah, I divorced you suddenly, but that story's so old now.
Yeah, well, our relationship is old too, so I don't think we have anything to talk about.
Calm down, why are you pissed?
You sent the divorce papers on our 10th wedding anniversary, spat in my face when we talked at the house, and kicked me out because you were going to live with your 21-year-old girlfriend. Do you think I'm not pissed about that?
Can we start over?
Please tell me you're joking.
I was young at that time and I couldn't make the right choices. I took time and thought about this and realized that I needed you in my life.
Ew, what the f***? You're grossing me out.
I will just be straight up honest with you here.
Can I say something? Even though you've said your reasoning, I don't care about you anymore.
I was told that I have a life expectancy by the doctor.
What?
I know, it's very shocking, right? Looks like I've only got half a year left, and so, can you take care of me? Let's forget about the past. I know that you're upset now, but can we start all over again? I've got a feeling that we can get through this together.
No.
Why?
You seriously don't know? You dumped me in the worst way possible 2 years ago, and then you decide to send me a text and ask me to take care of you? I'm pretty sure that anyone would have the same opinion as me.
I moved on already about this, so can we just forget about that and move on? Don't you think that forgiving is important?
I really don't know what you're saying.
Look, I'm really sorry for spitting in your face and dumping you. I apologize from the bottom of my heart, so can you please take care of me until the last day?
Nope. Sorry, but I remarried.
What?
You heard me. So I have no intention of taking you back.
You betrayed me, Demi!
Tuh. You remarried a month after we got divorced, so I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
I actually got divorced, so why don't we get back together again?
Of course not. What the f*** is wrong with you? Oh, Let me guess. When you talked about your life expectancy, she left you, and since you have nobody left, you contacted me, right?
Exactly. You're the only one that knows me. Don't you want to support me?
Nope! I don't think you realize what terrible things you've done to me in the past. Marrying you was a mistake.
I'm gonna be alone if you don't help me. My ex-wife stole all my savings and ran away, so I have nothing left.
Well, all this is your fault, you know.
I've done my best to make her happy.
You should remember that what you do to others always comes back to you, but it's kind of late to say that now.
I might have to get hospitalized, but I'll have no money and I'll be alone. You work right now, so you have savings, right?
Are you trying to rely on me?
Yes, I can't earn money because I won't be able to work. If you don't help me, I won't be able to get treatment that might possibly save my life. Don't you feel bad for me?
Not at all. I'm actually a stay-at-home wife now, so I don't even earn money.
But you can work, right? Can you work for me? I want to be treated from home. We were married for 10 years, so you will do this for me, right?
I'm sorry, but I have to laugh. Why do I need to take care of an asshole like you? Go to hell!
Why would you say that to a person who only has half a year to live?
I only said what I needed to say in the past. Thank you for giving me the chance.
Are you really going to leave me? In this situation, we're a family.
A family? Seriously?
We were married for 10 years. We're more than a family.
I already have a family, so you're a stranger to me.
Don't you love me?
Stop being a creep and just give up.
Listen, divorce your husband and take me back. We need each other.
I already have kids with him, so no thank you.
You have kids?
Yes! You should regret what you've done. It doesn't matter to me anymore, though.
Are you being serious right now? You're not gonna help me?
Absolutely not. Anyways, I have to go take care of the kids, so I've gotta go. Bye. I'm going to block you, so don't ever contact me again, okay? I wonder why I didn't do that in the first place. After the incident, Marcus ended up battling his illness by himself until his last day, and I heard that he regretted what he did and tried to contact me to apologize but forgot that I blocked him. On the other hand, I am living my best life with my kids and my new husband. This gave me a lesson that I should be careful about what I do because karma will bite back.
Today is my birthday. Didn't I tell you to come home tonight because I needed to talk to you? I also reserved dinner, so hurry up.
Please cancel dinner, because I don't want to go with an old hag like you, Gabby.
Okay, fine.
I'll go home, though, because I need to give you something.
What are you going to give me? A present? If it is, I don't want it.
It's a surprise, and I'll think you'll love it. Can't wait.
I don't want a surprise either, actually. All I want is for you to come home. Didn't I tell you what time to come home?
Yeah, and?
Do you really not want to see me?
So, you turned 45 today, huh? Wow, you are old now.
Excuse me, you're getting old also.
I'm still in my 30s.
Well, you're turning 40 next month, so there isn't that much of a difference.
There is a big difference.
Yeah, well, that's your opinion.
I want to ask younger me why I married someone 5 years older than me.
Age shouldn't matter, you know.
I would have chosen someone younger than me right now.
Well, even though you say that, you can't redo your life, so stop wasting your time complaining. Anyways, where are you now?
Why would I tell you?
Please come home. You finished work, right?
Oh my god, okay.
I'll be waiting for you. Are you serious, Miles?
Yes, get the fuck out.
So your surprise present is divorce papers?
Yeah, it's a surprise, right?
I can't believe you decided to give it to me on my birthday.
So, how does it feel to get divorce papers thrown at you and getting told that your husband is gonna remarry a 20-year-old? Now you understand that I don't need you in my life. I'm done with you. I don't need you anymore. I'm the owner of this house, so leave this house.
Well, to be honest, this is the best birthday present.
You don't need to act so tough. You just got dumped and you're gonna get kicked out, so your life may as well be hell from now on. I don't think anyone will want you because you're old and got divorced once. I feel so bad for you.
I'm not acting tough, okay? Anyways, good to hear that you're getting remarried to a 20-year-old. When is the big day?
It doesn't matter to you. Please get out of my sight.
You're acting bossy and trying to kick me out and stuff, but do you not know your place?
Yes, I do. Sorry, but I'm gonna be living happily with a young woman. What more can I ask for? Well, when are you leaving, okay? Do you fill out the divorce papers?
Yeah, I'll drop it off at the clerk's office later. Is that okay? We'll be strangers and you'll remain as the owner of the house. Is that okay?
Stop blabbing about things I don't care about. I don't need you anymore, okay? Do you not understand what I'm saying? You are 45. You're old.
You're turning 45 in 5 years, though.
It's fine because I'm a man.
I don't know what you mean, but I don't care anymore. It's a waste of time talking to you. I'm actually finished filling out the divorce papers, so I'll drop it off and leave the house.
Please do, because she is coming over soon. Wow, I am so excited to be thinking that I can start living with her.
Good for you. I hope it turns out to be like you wanted it to be.
It's gonna be a million times better than living with you.
Living with me? We didn't even see each other in the house.
Yeah, because I didn't want to see your ugly-ass face and never saw you as a woman, so I'm happy to get a divorce.
I'm actually happy to get divorced too.
Why are you happy?
Because you were cursing at me all the time?
Of course, you weren't listening to me, that's why.
Yeah. Anyways, let me ask you one more time. Are you sure you know your place now? If you don't, you must be an idiot.
Are you making fun of me? I don't deserve to be mocked by someone like you. I'm gonna live like a celebrity with her, so I'm done with you. If you understand me, then leave immediately. Sorry, it's your birthday, but I want to start living with her from today.
Sure, I'll be going.
Finally.
Are you forgetting that you live in the house that I bought for $1 billion?
I'm the owner of the house, plus I've been paying for the mortgage, so I should have no problem.
Were you seriously thinking that this whole time we were living together?
Yes?
You're joking, right?
Of course not.
You only paid the mortgage the first year. I've been paying it since then, you know.
What?
There's still $500 million in mortgage left. Why don't you talk to her first about this before bringing her here? Your monthly salary is about $1,000, right? How are you gonna pay for that?
What are you talking about? I was the one paying for it. You just covered the initial down payment.
I was paying from your bank account, but I was depositing the money beforehand every month.
You were?
Yes. You got fired a month after buying the house and were slacking off not working, and when I thought you found a job, it was just a low payment job.
Yeah, but I had no problem living even though I didn't earn that much. Life is about having fun, right?
That's because I've been paying for everything like bills, living expenses, utilities, etc. this past 8 years. You wouldn't know because you never helped me.
Really? Sorry for that, but I should have no problem with paying those because you were able to pay for it, right?
Wow, I really respect you for being this positive even though your life sucks now. You need to pay $2,000 per month.
What? $2,000?
Yep. How are you gonna pay for it with your salary? Can't you do math, or are you just plain stupid?
Wait, I only earn $1,000 per month. Hold up! There's no way I can pay for it!
Oh, now you're realizing. Wow. Well, I'm excited to see what's going to happen to you. I'm going to grab some popcorn.
Why is this happening? I thought I was paying for it since I was the owner of the house.
When we got married, we were pretty much earning good money, so you were the owner of the house, but after getting fired, I was paying for it. Okay? Do you understand? Did I say anything confusing?
Wait, what happened to my salary then?
Why are you asking me? You probably used it. Well, I have no plan on depositing any more money, so why don't you ask your girl to pay?
My 20-year-old girlfriend?
Yes. I was cringing when you told me you were dating someone 20 years younger and also going to be relying on her for the payment. Wow. Just wow. Well, now that I left, good luck with everything, Kay? The divorce is approved, by the way. Finally.
You don't need to say that, you know.
Well, all I want to say is have fun living with your young girlfriend. I'll leave and will not contact you whatsoever.
Pick up the phone, please. I was wrong. Let's get back together. I need you.
What are you talking about? We're divorced. I don't want anything to do with you, so I will not pick up the phone.
What do you mean you don't want to do anything with me? We're husband and wife.
Didn't I just say we're divorced?
My girlfriend got disgusted with me and left after I told her everything. I can't believe this. What the hell did I do?
Really? You have a brain, so why don't you think about it? She made the right choice.
This gave me a huge wake-up call that younger girls are not for me because they don't understand crap.
Understand what?
Everything! I realize that you're the one who understands me and supports me, so please come back. Let's start over. Today is still your birthday, so yeah, why don't we celebrate?
Damn, you're creeping me out that I'm getting goosebumps.
I'm creeping you out?
Yes! Anyways, you wished for me to leave the house and get divorced, which I did, so what more do you want from me? The divorce papers you threw at me were God's gift from heaven because I wanted to get divorced also.
You really wanted to?
But I'm glad that we didn't talk about this because I was thinking you wouldn't want to divorce me if you knew about the mortgage and all the payments.
Wait, I'm sorry, so you are really going to divorce me?
Of course! Sorry, but nothing changes even if you apologize. I was looking for perfect time to bring up divorce to you, but you did, so thank you.
Look, I really feel bad for cheating, but I wanted to be with someone younger because I'm old and I want to feel young. You know what I mean, right? But I realized I need you, so please come back to me.
Oh my god, I can't even find a word to say to you. Absolutely not. I will make you pay for the alimony.
What? Why?
If you have a problem, why don't you hire a lawyer? If you even have enough money, though. Well, I don't think you'll have the money from now on, so good luck with everything. Now that I'm divorced, I'll enjoy my life because I'm free.
Wait, don't leave me!
I don't even want to waste time for you. Bye, asshole. I don't need you in my life anymore. Miles tried to contact me a few more times, but he didn't know that I blocked him. He had to sell the house to pay for the alimony, but since it wasn't enough and didn't have any savings left, he ended up being in debt. He had no other choice but to work a full-time job, and now he works without any breaks or vacation. Someone told me that he aged 20 years and now looks like an old man. On the other hand, since I'm stress-free, my skin cleared up and feeling so much better now. I even bought a new apartment. It's obvious he's happier now.